I just don't believe, Portis, you worked as hard as you needed to work to be what you could have been. I believe you left a Hall of Fame career on the table. I've told you that. This ain't something I'm just not sharing. You could have been that.
You you have, and I look at it totally different because I feel like I did all the work that I needed to do. And I was having this conversation recently about guys and workouts. You
Yep.
know, I wasn't a guy for workouts. That just wasn't me. I hated weights. But when it came game day, I was the toughest, strongest man on the field. So I didn't see too many other people diving in 300-pound guys' chests. I didn't see too many other people hustling 70, 80 yards trying to throw a block, you know, carry out my fake, run to the other side of the field, come back, crack back, then carry the ball. I didn't see no more dudes doing that. I was the only one playing at that level. Every Sunday that I touched the field, I felt like I was the baddest man on the field, no matter who the person was across from me or no matter who my teammates was. I stepped on the field and I walked off the field feeling like, hey, I was the toughest man out here today. So that workout stuff just wasn't for me. And
Portis, think about what you said.
like, oh man.
Portis, think about what you said. You played in the NFL, not a contact sport, a collision sport. The most physical, grueling, demanding sport there is. And you say, work ain't for me. And you don't think that sped up. Portis, you had to leave, you left the game at 30.
Bro, I left the game at 30 for a different reason. Like I left the game at 30 because I realized it didn't matter. Once they moved Sean T. Locker out of the locker room, my love for the game disappeared. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Everybody looked like, oh man, you left the game so early. No, I sat in a locker room where for a guy that we looked at as a god, and I saw them remove his locker and put someone else there to create space. It was plenty of space in the locker room.
Right.
You could have built a new locker.
Right.
You didn't have to remove Sean Taylor locker.
Right.
At that time, I was too sensitive. You see what I'm saying? I was too sensitive at that moment, and it happened too early.
Right.
You know, now I think it's a great idea that everyone gets to see it. And, you know, it's in the stadium, and every fan and anybody who wants to acknowledge Sean or see Sean gets an opportunity to walk past that locker or take a picture. But at that time, I could never swallow that pill. You know, when I see a guy that did everything, that laid it on the line, and he became replaceable that quick, it changed my outlook. Like, because, you know, I was one of the most competitive guys. It didn't matter what it was. I didn't have to know how, but I believe in me, you know. So when I see a guy like Sean, who still has an effect on the world, so positive, after all the negative that happened, you know, like in the beginning, he was a villain, and he turned that villain into the most lovable, respectable guy that you could possibly find. You know, everybody is influenced by Sean Taylor. I played with Ed Reed and Sean T. It don't get no better than that as teammates. That, not to mention anybody else that I played with, but I played with Ed Reed and Sean T. Like, bro, you got to be kidding me. And when I see a guy that could have been the face of the NFL, the best player in the NFL, and you remove his locker, I just never, along with me having a coach that didn't understand me. You see what I'm saying? Like everything happened at the same time. I lost my grandmother. Sean get killed. We bring in a coach that I didn't see eye to eye with, that, you know, I felt like was trying to sabotage me when I'm trying to put it on the line and do everything that you're asking of me. You're instead of throwing me under the bus. So there was so much happened in
Coach
in
Gibbs was your head. You talking your head coach?
Man, I'm talking about Coach Zorn, not Coach Gibbs.
Coach who?
Coach Zorn.
Okay, Jim
Coach
Zorn. Okay,
Zorn, exactly.
Okay. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't even know who it was. Coach Zorn. So it was so much happened that took the love away from the game, because you feel like, man, I'm going out here and fighting. I'm throwing haymakers. I'm throwing punches, and I'm running through walls, whatever it takes. And now my head coach punching me in the back of the head. Like, I'm trying to fight for you. You punching me in the back of the head.
Right.
So it was just one of those situations that my appreciation and love I felt like wasn't reciprocated. So it separated me from the game. So that's why I retired. That's why I walked away from the game, because I couldn't give it that same, I'm the
That passion,
toughest
that
man on the
desire
field.
that
I
you,
didn't care anymore.
right.
You see what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
didn't care anymore. And that was Coach Shanahan came, and I'm reunited with Bobby T, who I got the most respect in the world for Bobby T. To
Right.
this day, I still talk to Bobby T.
Yeah.
He still reach out. You know what I mean? And when Bobby T came back, I don't even think Bobby T saw the dog that he remembered. You know what I mean? And I couldn't. This is my man. This is Bobby T. This is the man who raised me and put me in position to go out and win. And I can't be, I don't have that dire
You couldn't give
that
him the
dog
effort
in
that
me.
you once could.
Yeah, because my love wasn't the same. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I felt like I was cheating the game. So I wanted out of the game. And I even told Dan Snyder when we called. Dan said no. Coach Shanahan said no to me retiring. Both of them said no, that's a bad idea. But I told them, hey, bro, I'm cheating y'all. You know what I mean? I'm cheating you. I'm cheating my teammates. I'm cheating me because I really don't care. Like it don't matter to me anymore because I don't love this anymore.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.